High blood sugar? Do this before it turns into diabetes. If you've been told your blood sugar is borderline, if you're gaining weight around the belly, or if you feel tired even after a full night's sleep, this message is for you. I was in the same place. My labs looked fine on paper, but my body was struggling. Cravings controlled my day, energy crashed after meals, and my waist kept growing. That's when I learned something life-changing. Insulin resistance doesn't show up suddenly, and it doesn't need years to reverse. You don't need extreme dieting, you don't need intense workouts, and you don't need to starve yourself. What you need are simple, proven changes that tell your body to respond to insulin again. Today, I'm sharing the 5 exact things I did that helped lower blood sugar, reduce cravings, and restore insulin sensitivity fast. If you're serious about protecting your health, avoiding diabetes, and aging with strength and confidence, stay with me because the first step starts right now. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to fix insulin resistance is eating too often. We've been told for years that frequent snacking keeps blood sugar stable, but for insulin resistance, the opposite is often true. Every time you eat, even a small snack, your body releases insulin. Insulin's job is to move sugar from the blood into your cells. But when insulin is released all day long, your cells begin to ignore it. This is called insulin resistance. When I was insulin resistant, I was constantly snacking. Nuts here, fruit there, a healthy bar in between meals. I thought I was helping myself, but I was keeping insulin elevated from morning to night. My body never had a chance to reset. The turning point came when I started allowing clear breaks between meals. I stopped grazing. I ate real meals, then waited. That simple change allowed insulin levels to fall naturally, which is essential for healing insulin sensitivity. Even a 12 to 14-hour overnight eating window, for example finishing dinner by 7 p.m. and eating breakfast at 9 a.m., can dramatically improve how your body responds to insulin. This is not extreme fasting, it's simply letting your body do what it was designed to do. During these breaks, your body switches from storing sugar to burning stored energy. Fat cells release energy, blood sugar stabilizes, and insulin receptors begin to respond again. This doesn't mean you should starve or skip meals if you feel unwell. It means eating with intention. 3 balanced meals a day, with no constant snacking in between, is enough for most adults over 45. Many people notice reduced cravings within days. That's because insulin spikes drive hunger. When insulin calms down, appetite becomes more predictable and manageable. This single habit alone, stopping constant snacking, can lower fasting insulin, reduce belly fat, and set the foundation for reversing insulin resistance. If you want to reverse insulin resistance, what you eat matters, but what you eat first matters even more. Protein and fiber are the 2 most powerful nutrients for blood sugar control. They slow digestion, prevent sugar spikes, and reduce the amount of insulin your body needs to release after meals. Before this change, my meals were built around carbohydrates, toast, rice, cereal, pasta, then protein was added as an afterthought. That approach almost guarantees blood sugar swings. When I flipped the formula and centered meals around protein and fiber, everything changed. Protein sends a signal to your muscles to absorb glucose without requiring as much insulin. It also increases satiety, meaning you feel full longer and snack less. This is especially important as we age and lose muscle mass, which is a major driver of insulin resistance. Fiber, on the other hand, slows the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream. It also feeds beneficial gut bacteria that improve insulin signaling and reduce inflammation. Examples of protein-rich foods include eggs, fish, chicken, Greek yogurt, beans, lentils, and tofu. Fiber comes from vegetables, leafy greens, seeds, nuts, and whole foods, not refined grains. A simple rule that helped me was this: protein first, fiber second, carbs last. When carbs are eaten after protein and fiber, blood sugar spikes are significantly lower. This has been confirmed in multiple glucose monitoring studies. Another benefit? Cravings drop dramatically. When your blood sugar stays stable, your brain stops demanding quick sugar fixes. This way of eating is not about restriction, it's about structure. You can still enjoy carbs, but they no longer control your metabolism. For adults over 45, this approach protects muscle, stabilizes energy, and makes insulin resistance far easier to reverse. You don't need intense workouts to reverse insulin resistance. In fact, one of the most powerful tools is also the simplest: walking after meals. After you eat, glucose enters your bloodstream. Your muscles are one of the largest glucose-using organs in your body. When you move them, they absorb sugar without needing insulin. This is critical. A 10 to 15-minute walk after meals can reduce blood sugar spikes by up to 30 to 40%. That's comparable to some medications without side effects. When I started walking after meals, I noticed immediate changes. Energy crashes disappeared. Post-meal sleepiness stopped. My glucose numbers improved within days. The key is timing. Walking is most effective within 30 minutes after eating when blood sugar is rising. This doesn't need to be fast or intense. Gentle movement is enough. Even walking around the house, gardening, or light chores count. For seniors or those with joint pain, this is one of the safest interventions available. It improves circulation, digestion, and insulin sensitivity simultaneously. Over time, this habit trains your muscles to become better glucose sinks. The more muscle fibers you activate daily, the less insulin your body needs. This is why people who sit after meals struggle with insulin resistance even if they eat healthy foods. Movement completes the meal. Without it, sugar stays in the bloodstream longer, forcing insulin to work overtime. Movement is medicine, and it's available to almost everyone. Most people don't realize that poor sleep directly causes insulin resistance, even in healthy individuals. Just one night of poor sleep can reduce insulin sensitivity by up to 25%. Chronic sleep deprivation keeps cortisol high, which forces the liver to release more sugar into the blood. When I wasn't sleeping well, nothing else worked. Diet helped a little, walking helped a little, but insulin resistance didn't fully improve until sleep became a priority. Quality sleep resets hormones that control hunger, blood sugar, and fat storage. It lowers evening cortisol and improves insulin receptor function. I focused on consistency, not perfection. Going to bed and waking up at the same time each day was more important than total hours. Reducing evening screen time, dimming lights, and avoiding heavy meals late at night made a noticeable difference. For adults over 45, sleep becomes non-negotiable. Hormonal changes make us more sensitive to sleep loss. If you want insulin sensitivity, you must protect your sleep like medicine, because it is. The final breakthrough came when I addressed hidden sugars. Not just desserts, but sauces, bread, cereal, flavored yogurt, and packaged health foods. These foods cause repeated insulin spikes that you don't feel immediately, but your body remembers them. Processed foods digest faster, spike blood sugar higher, and demand more insulin than whole foods. When I switched to mostly whole, minimally processed foods, insulin demand dropped naturally. Cravings faded. Hunger normalized. This wasn't about perfection, it was about awareness. Reading labels, choosing simple ingredients, cooking more at home. Once insulin spikes stopped, my body finally had space to heal. And that's the truth most people miss. Insulin resistance isn't about willpower. It's about reducing insulin demand day after day. If you take away just one thing from today, let it be this. Insulin resistance is not a life sentence. Your body is not broken. It's responding to the signals you've been giving it. And the moment those signals change, your health can change too. You don't have to do all 5 steps perfectly. Start with 1, then build from there. Small, consistent actions done daily create powerful results over time. If this video helped you understand insulin resistance better, please give it a like. It helps more people find life-saving information like this. Subscribe to Senior Health with Grace for simple, science-backed guidance on healthy aging, blood sugar balance, joint strength, and long-term vitality. And tell me in the comments, which one of these 5 steps will you start today? Your journey toward better health doesn't begin tomorrow, it begins now. Stay well, stay strong, and I'll see you in the next video.